population faces the problem with the oral cavity. Primarily being, we can take it as a dental cavity. And one more thing I want to tell, the overall health of an individual depends on the oral cavity. The person who's got good oral cavity, good oral hygiene, his health will be far better than the person who has got very bad oral oral problem. Oral health of an individual is dependent on this one. And first thing, the common problem encountered with the population is the cavity, dental cavity, dental caries. We call it dental caries. Common person calls it as a dental cavity. The dental cavity is a multifactorial problem, and the reason being lots. Primarily, it could be because of the food habits that we are having. If we are consuming less food, if we are consuming more of starchy substances, and suppose few people will be having psychological problems, the people who are undergoing psychiatric rehabilitation. For them, the salivary production will be very less. It will be very, very thick, ropey sort of nature, and the food will get adhered to the tooth surfaces. They are more prone for decay. The people who consume more of water, they are stress-free. The decay, the cavity, everything will be to a lesser extent. But as we grow age, the older the aging catches up, then the incidence of caries is more. The age, the root caries happens. This can be prevented, and just only little thing I am telling. It can be prevented by regular brushing, brush twice a day. If possible, brush thrice a day. Make sure you brush every time after each meal. Brushing should be very gentle, soft toothbrush, fluoridated toothpaste, and the stroke should start from the wrist, not from the shoulder or the elbow joint. Gentle stroke. The brushing should be a scooping nature. The way the handle should be moving away from the gums. Away from the gums. Don't do horizontally. It should be always away from the gums. The natural tendency of an individual is to do horizontally. When you do it horizontally, just it cuts the tooth, just like a knife cutting a cheese. It goes off like that. Over a period of time, we will notice V-shaped notch along the interface between the gum and the tooth structure. That we call it abrasion, erosion, abrasion. Erosion is because of the acidic food that we are taking, be it soda, Pepsi, anything of this nature. It erodes the tooth. That is acidic erosion. Suppose you have got acidity, gastric regurgitation. Okay. There is excess of hydrochloric acid that is liberated from the stomach and it gets into the oral cavity. It burns the entire tooth structure. That is natural from hydrochloric acid. That one with antacids we can control with yoga, we can control. But if you are consuming too much of soda, carbonated drinks, or Pepsi, anything of that sort, it just demineralizes the tooth structure. It softens the tooth structure. The tooth structure becomes more susceptible to decay. Avoid Pepsi, Cola, carbonated drinks to the extent that is much possible, but don't consume it every day. I see people who are consuming this one every time after their breakfast, lunch, dinner. I see kids. That is not good. Take lots of water. That is good. And coming to the next problem frequented by the common population is the bleeding gums. Bleeding gums, it is because of the accumulation of the plaque and tartar on the tooth structure. Plaque is nothing but the soft slimy layer that adheres on the tooth structure. It is a colony of microorganisms. You can see millions of microorganisms are present in our oral cavity. They are harmful as well as harmless. Both sorts of microorganisms are present in the oral cavity. There should be a balance between the harmful thing and the harmless thing. But we should promote harmless microorganisms. And this tartar is the hard calcified structure that you see on the oral cavity. It comes off like flakes. And these two things, be it the plaque or the calculus, they can be eliminated by regular cleaning. We call it prophylaxis. Oral prophylaxis. This is done with the ultrasonic instruments. It's just a jet of water and a high-speed vibration that gets onto that structure. The calculus that's just gets dislodged off from the tooth structure. And most important thing, there is one microorganism by name Streptococcus viridans. These microorganisms are more prevalent in the people who are having severe gum inflammation. And suppose this microorganism enters the bloodstream, there are chances of for the person to have bacterial endocarditis. It is the microorganism that gets into the walls of the heart. It may lead to the heart failure also. That is most severe form of this thing. And the person who is having bacterial endocarditis, he should always be under antibiotic coverage whenever he visits a dentist. He should tell the doctor, whoever he is visiting, that is a patient with SABE, we call it SABE, subacute bacterial endocarditis. He is more prone for heart failure. And the third point I can tell, like the problem, spacing between the teeth. It could be natural and it could be abnormal, unnatural thing. Natural thing is, as a person, as a kid, when the teeth start emerging out into the oral cavity, you will see gaps between the teeth. When they are around 12 to 13 years of age, the oral musculature, they bring the teeth back inside and the gaps will get closed. Suppose the gaps doesn't get closed, he may have to go for orthodontic treatment or the clip treatment. With this one, the teeth will get closed, the personality of the individual will improve, will become more confident. Suppose the teeth are crooked, then we'll have to remove the tooth, the premolars will be removing 4 teeth, then we'll bring the teeth back inside to get a smooth horseshoe shape or U-form. He'll have beautiful smile. Then this one will take at least 1 year or 1.5 years time. The thing that is currently picking up is like instead of waiting for 1 year or 1.5 years, the people ask for immediate fixation. Then you have the cosmetic treatment, that is the tooth color filling that will be done on the teeth. The gaps will be closed, or else a person will go for the veneers or the crowns and bridges. Most of the celebrities, they are going in for this one only now. We call it zirconia, or this. It's a material made of zirconia. Then this is the thing. Suppose at the growing stage, a person will have abnormal mandible, abnormal lower jaw, abnormal upper jaw, we call it maxilla mandible. Few cases, the rate at which there should be a balance between the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and they should grow in unison. They should be synchronic. In few people, you can see the upper jaw will be moving very much, growing. I can't tell moving, growing at a faster pace than the lower jaw. Then you have got the upper protruded maxilla and the lower retruded mandible. In few people, we get to see the lower jaw will be placed ahead. It's like a shoe, sort like concave appearance. When you see it from the side, it will have a concave. Normal population will have the straight or convex thing. Such people will need to have appliances, that's called myofunctional appliance. Then very few things, caps, brushing, and few people know, not few people, as we grow older, there will be cavities appearing on the teeth, and the person, he'll be unable to chew properly. Then he will shift to the side that doesn't have the problem. When this starts happening, he'll start facing indigestion problem. It is better for a person to go in for a dentist and get it replaced, checked, so that the digestion improves. When the digestion improves, the micronutrients get absorbed into the bloodstream and the health of the individual will improve. And suppose the tiny kids, when they have fall, they have fall and the tooth gets exfoliated. Immediately, you just don't discard the tooth, you put it in a saline, you clean it thoroughly with running water or else saline, but don't use any detergents. Put it in a cup of water. The best medium would be the saliva. You store it in that one. Go to the nearby dentist. He'll be able to fix it. Once the tooth is lost, permanent tooth also it works. He has to go to the doctor immediately in a wet medium with the tooth, but don't scrub the tooth. Wet medium, store it, go to the doctor, he'll fix it, he'll have the tooth forever, natural tooth forever, but he will need root canal treatment for that thing. And coming to the root canal part, okay, suppose the person is in pain, no? Initial stage, when it is in enamel, we can do the filling, it is asymptomatic. Second stage, when it reaches the dentin, the person will have sensitivity, we do the filling, he'll be happy. The end stage being the person who is in pain or hypersensitivity person, he will require endodontic treatment or root canal treatment. That one will serve for life. Root canal treatment procedure is a procedure in which we anesthetize local anesthesia, not general anesthesia. Okay, general anesthesia we do it for abnormal kids who are having that psychiatric trouble. For the normal population, local anesthesia would be more than enough. We anesthetize the tooth, we make the access preparation, we take out the pulp tissue, then we fill it with one sealing material and one gutta percha, and then we place one more filling material. What that will get a cap. This is root canal treatment procedure. Is it the time? Yeah.